Just under a week ago, a New Zealand journalist / media commentator I follow named David Farrier, director of Tickled and Mr. Organ, posted a very odd-looking video on his Twitter / X feed, accompanied by the sentence, "Terrifying, horrible f*** of all this." I know that David is passionately anti-AI, so I assume the video must be AI generated. But then on watching it, it seemed to be too clean and too perfect based on what I'd seen of AI video previously. Then I found out about the launch of Sora that same day, and I realized that this particular video was one of the worst examples of what this new AI can do. I know it's very common to lead with a clickbaity phrase like, "this changes everything," or "the world that you knew it is over," but this honestly does feel like a seismic shift. I've been following some AI-generated channels for a while now, and I found them quite charming, if oddly terrifying. They had a dreamlike quality to them that was quite unique, and there was no way that most people would be able to mistake them for reality. But this is different. This is utterly realistic footage that would pass the scrutiny of 90% of people on the planet. We're not all trained to spot AI creations, and it looks like it's only going to get harder. One of the first things I thought when I saw these videos was, I wouldn't want to be in stock footage right now. So what does this mean for us as artists and creatives? Well, there's two ways to look at it. The first being from the point of view of the artists themselves. Sora, Midjourney, etc., they may be a fun digital toy to play and experiment with, but personally, I don't get a lot of satisfaction from just entering a text prompt. I didn't create the art, it's just an amalgamation of thousands of other artists far more talented than I am. With Sora, it seems that you can suggest the angle, the lighting, the look, etc., but ultimately you're at the mercy of whatever the AI decides to give you. And if you're anything like me, you know that's not going to cut it. We're creatives. We love to tweak and fiddle and futz around with things until the image on screen matches precisely with the ones in our heads. I found that one of the dangers of Unreal Engine is the potential for unlimited experimentation with shot composition and lighting, with no first AD breathing down my neck. In Real Illusion's Character Creator, I can spend hours making the most subtle tweaks to character sculpts before I start to get them closer to what I want. Sora, as I see it, doesn't really give you this level of control. It decides what the final product is, and that's why I'm fairly confident it will never replace the brush, the camera, or the tablet in the hands of creatives. However, that doesn't mean this isn't going to have a huge impact, because as I went into in a previous video, entertainment, art, and finance are hopelessly intertwined to a possibly unhealthy degree. 3D animators and FX artists are already notoriously overworked and underpaid by the big studios. Now imagine that a producer wants a wide establishing shot of a futuristic city in his movie. Is he going to pay an expensive FX artist to work days for a 5-second shot? Or will they be tempted to simply buy a monthly subscription to the new Sora platform and churn out as many establishing shots as they want themselves by simply entering a line of text? This example may seem simplistic, but I think it's going to play out again and again because the temptation to save money will simply be too strong. And as I mentioned earlier, a good portion of the audience won't be able to spot the difference between a human or AI-generated shot, or simply won't care. Another suggestion I saw somewhere is that a future film role might be prompt writer, where somebody becomes talented at describing to the AI more exactly what the producer or director might be looking for, and to me that just sounds dystopian. I'm already reading plenty of anecdotes of online artists struggling to find work because previous, non-artistic clients are finding that they can achieve what they see as similar or superior results in Midjourney, not realizing or caring that those results are only possible because of the efforts of artists. AI creations don't come from nowhere. Midjourney's been raiding deviant art for years now, and now it looks like filmmakers and videographers are about to get the same treatment. So what can we do? Well, to some degree there's not much we can do. The cat's out of the bag, the genie's out of the bottle. These technologies can't be uninvented, and as many have mentioned, this is the worst they're ever going to be. The quality is only going to improve from here. There are a couple of things that give me some small hope, however. All of these Sora videos are silent for a reason. I hope it will be a long time before we see an AI-generated video that can achieve believable lip sync and generate a convincing dramatic performance for a sustained amount of time. AI voices are still very janky when it comes to simulating actual emotion, unless they have a base performance to replicate. I think that actors, voiceover artists, and creators of dramatic productions are still reasonably safe, for the moment. I may be hopelessly naive, but even though a majority of people may have trouble spotting this new AI content, I like to think that the same majority would prefer that the bulk of their entertainment comes from a human and not a computer. We may start seeing YouTube channels and the like promoting themselves as proudly AI-free and getting a positive response. I do think that as creatives we need to learn as much as we can about this, how it works, how to use it, and what its strengths and limitations are. Seemingly overnight, a strange new paradigm has emerged, but it's not going away, and we don't want to get left behind.